Alright guys, today we got something really cool. This is a 2025 Beta 300RR Race Edition, and I got it from Donnells Motorcycles. They were really nice over there. Everybody was super cool. They got me hooked up with a really good price and everything. Everything went super smooth, but if you're in the Kansas City, Missouri area, anywhere around there, go to them. They are one of the few Beta dealers around, so it'd really be good to head over there and get yourself a Beta. So we're going to be doing kind of a review. I already had a couple rides on this bike and I kind of got the feel for it. It does feel a lot different than my KTM. This is what I've been riding. This is a 2021 KTM 300 XCW. And so this bike has been like super good to me. The KTMs are super duper smooth, and like my skill level, I would say I'm like a hair scramble mid C rider, maybe upper kind of C rider, and for hard enduro stuff I would say I'm just C rider. But I do like, I can hop some logs and stuff, and I like to do all the slow stuff and everything. So that's really what I got this bike for, or that's why I got both these bikes for more hard enduro, slower stuff. I'm not really like the fast trying to blast down the single track trails like all the time, you know. I like to go slow. I like to get in the mud. I like to get in the trees. But yeah, this bike has been really good to me. I really had not too many complaints about this thing, but the biggest thing with this Beta is look how good it looks. This thing looks so immaculate. It's so awesome. It isn't as clean as it was right when I got it off. And the cool thing about this Beta, if you come over here, it's actually got a SC3 smart carb. It is a little dirty, but this thing runs mint, and this thing has been dyno tuned and everything. So what they told me is that smart carb needed to do some test fitting and everything on a Beta 300. So they went to Donnells and they got it all tested. So I actually got this Beta with the smart carb in it already, which is like, it's like $1,000 plus the dyno tuning. That's a lot. This thing is completely dialed in. I haven't been able to really open it up because I'm taking it a little easier as the engine hours are super low. But compared to this KTM, the fuel injected one, it hits harder, I think. I don't know if it's a smart carb giving it a little bit more, but it definitely feels like it has more bottom end like grunt, you know. And the only other carbureted bike I had, a 2019 250 SX, and that thing grunted pretty good, but not like these 300s. These 300s are just like tractors. Like my dad is now riding this bike, that's why it's all dirty. He's been riding it around here, but the 300s are super duper sweet. Like I have literally like zero complaints about the 300. I think it's the perfect bike to do literally anything. Like you can go race on the motocross track if you need to, or you can go into the rocks and hard enduro, and it just eats everything up. With this bike, I did get a little toolkit. I actually did get the rim tape that they give you, but I think I might keep it off. I'm not too sure. Drop in the comments down below, should I put the rim tape on or not, the little red and blue. But for the biggest difference that I noticed getting on right away is this one feels a lot more like a rough dirt bike. It shakes a lot, there's a lot of vibration, and it is counterbalanced, but the KTM feels just buttery smooth, as in vibration wise. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing about this, but it definitely feels a lot more like rough and grunty, and more of like, it feels like you're actually out there racing. The KTM is a little bit smoother power. Like I said, the KTM doesn't feel like it hits as hard, but this one also does have different maps, and the maps kind of, they do kind of tone it down a little bit, which is nice. I played around a little bit with it, haven't been able to. Like I said, I only have a few rides on the Beta 300, so I'm still slowly learning the bike, you know. I still got to get all the protection equipment, like my KTM has the front disc guards, has a bunch of protection. I personally like to run the full wrap handguards because I hate breaking levers. They suck. It's just something that could ruin your riding day. I already did break a clutch master cylinder on this bike right here, so that was like, I don't remember how much I paid for that. I'll throw it on the screen, but it was not fun to pay for, and it ruined my whole ride. So another thing I noticed about the Beta right away was the suspension. The suspension is a lot more race oriented. It's a lot more aggressive. It takes a bigger hit compared to my XCW. Like, I know I don't have both. I don't have either of these bikes set up to my weight, and so that probably doesn't help. But for the XCW, it really does. When you hit a big jump flat, it'll bottom that sucker out, and it will go all the way down to the floor. But it is super comfortable on the rocks and like all the little chattery stuff. It just soaks all of that up super nice, going super slow. It's really easy to manipulate the suspension. That's one of the biggest thing I was scared of, that this thing being too hard, because I had my 2019 250 SX, and that was a motocross bike that never even seen a motocross track. I completely hard enduroed and trailed that bike, and the suspension was terrible. I hated that. It might have been good for motocross and jumping, but I don't really jump on motocross tracks, too scared to fly off the bike and break my legs in half. Yeah, that 250 SX, it was super harsh on the rocks. It would just tear my arms up. I did a few races with that, and it was really just super jarring on your arms. It gave me super bad arm pump. The Beta and the KTM suspensions are way better than that one, at least for trails, and they're more trail-oriented bikes, which makes sense. But the Beta, it definitely is a faster pace suspension. I definitely like it more because I'm starting to get faster and faster the more and more I ride. So this one definitely fits me a lot more. And it's still pretty soft. I could still manipulate it pretty good. Like my 250 SX, I could barely even like push this down, you know. But this one, I could really manipulate the suspension and be able to hop the front tire over and whatnot. But yeah, I really like the suspension, and I am going from the PDS suspension also to the linkage suspension. Another reason I did get the RR Race is just because the way it looks, you know, like it looks so amazing. And the Race has a little bit more kind of bling, which is nice, you know, like it's got a little bit better foot pegs. You have to mix the gas, that's one thing. And mixing gas isn't the end of the world. Like I did it with my 250 SX. This thing is nice because you don't have to, the KTM is nice because you don't have to mix anything, and the oil injection works super smooth. I hear good things about that oil injection, but this bike has been beat to hell. This thing has been down mountains, down everything, and this thing is probably going to get pretty beat up soon because I don't plan to be nice to it. So we're definitely going to put the Beta to the test. But these are kind of some of the small differences I noticed. Like this thing right here, this like, I don't know, like this little ledge that comes out. I noticed that right away. I rode it with just shoes on, and it kind of was bothering me, but I got used to it real quick. It would just kind of hit my leg and was kind of annoying. But with boots on and everything, I didn't really notice it too much. So it kind of helped a little bit because it kind of held my legs there, kind of like steg pegs or something like that. And one thing that is nice about the Betas is that the exhaust is tucked up a little bit higher compared to the KTM, and the KTM right now has a big old dent in the bottom. I'll try to get some video of that, which that's probably taking away a little bit of my power, because it's a pretty good sized dent that is have not got out yet. So I definitely need to get all the blink for this, all the protection equipment. Another really good thing on this Beta, and I noticed with other Betas, is the brakes. The brakes work super, like they're just like so touchy, and like they really lock up good. My cousin does have a 2021 200RR, and that thing is pretty sweet. I do like the ergonomics of this one a little more. I know they changed a little bit of the ergonomics and stuff from that year compared to this year, but so far it's been really good. You need to give me one tip. If you look over here, we do have a steering lock. And this steering lock, they said if you power wash it, it will get water in there, leak into your steering bearings, and then it'll wear those out a lot faster. So this guy, the guy, Donnells, shout out to Donnells, they gave me a 3D printed steering lock cover, so which is really cool. Shout out to those guys. If you guys are in that area, go to Donnells, get yourself a Beta. They have Huskies there, they have everything you need. But I think the biggest thing like with this one is having the smart SC3 smart carb. I do plan to get this bike street legal too. I do want to put on some blinkers because the Beta, they already come with the whole blinker thing as it has a horn. Let's start it up. It has a horn already. It has headlights, high beams, low beams, has the turn signals. And then if you look over here, it starts up, runs perfectly smooth. And it has the map switch right here. The one thing, I did ride it at night already, and this map switch blinds the heck out of you. It just is straight in your eyeballs, so I don't know if I need to put like a little piece of tape over that, but it was kind of annoying riding at night. That's the one main complaint. The headlight is pretty bright. It was enough. It's enough to get home, you know. I do maybe want to put a different one on there, but if I do, I don't think I'll be able to get it street legal. But the way Beta works, like with their titles and certificate of origin, it's super easy to get them registered, at least here in Kansas. So it shouldn't be too much. I just gotta get the blinkers and the blinker, front blinkers, back blinkers, and a mirror, and then I'm ready to go on the road, which I'm not gonna be going very far, like on the Beta. Like this thing, maybe the KTM, because the KTM isn't as shaky. Yeah, so that's kind of everything that I initially thought about the Beta. Let's just go ahead and get to riding. Oh, you didn't give enough push. Made it. Throttle. Whoa, perfect. All right, we got a little bit of a predicament, a little soft here. So I think after we get out of that little hole, it'll be good. Let me see if I can. Oh man, you're super high. It only says 139 degrees. That's a lie. Oh, that's not good. Fan not coming on. Still blinking. There it goes. I got no grip right there. It's not gonna be a very good video. Yeah. You try to hit that thing right on, huh? That was nice and muddy. Yeah, I felt disgusting. I wasn't super muddy until that.
Never say one more.
Alright guys, it was a good ride with the 300RR Race Edition. The Beta, it definitely, I definitely like it. I definitely think it's a really good bike for me. As you guys can see, it doesn't really slow me down. Going from the KTM to here, like, I love it. The only time you really feel the vibration is when you're going like at least third gear and up, like second and then slow third gear, like you don't really feel the vibration at all. And then when you're going fast, you kind of feel it, you know. But it's a good lugger. I like it a lot. Still some getting used to. I still got to get used to the bike, you know. There's like the clutch is a little bit different, everything's a little bit different. The carburetor, definitely different than the KTM, but I like it overall. I definitely like it more than the KTM. I think it feels more grunty, dirt bikey, and I think it looks hell of a lot better. But thanks for watching. I'll have more beta content coming out, so if you guys enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Drop any questions you have down below. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, and here is the after. Definitely muddy in there. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be though. Definitely not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. See in here. Need to get the skid plate with the linkage protector too. But took like one fall over today, but just a really slow one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Time to clean the bike.